Alright, I think I'm live. So in this stream I'm probably just going to be working on language servers, so you can watch that if you're interested in how to set up language servers for Neovim. It's probably going to be some pain, but I think I've got a pretty good strategy for getting them all set up, or at least the ones that I use. Maybe if there's a few people in chat they can recommend. I'll jump over here every now and then to see what's going on in chat. And you can let me know if you want me to set up a language server. We're going to try and get, I think I got Lua all set up. We're going to try and get ESLint and Prettier. We're going to try and get a formatter for Python. And we already have Pyrite set up. I'm going to try and get some document highlights and a few other things. Alright, so let's search for, I think it's lsp config Neovim. I got a real problem with pressing C instead of V. Alright. And trying out Firefox. Probably not going to sign in right now. This is like kind of weird looking. I think it's because of this dark reader thing. Anyway, what we're looking for is a couple things. So another thing I noticed about the lsp config plugin is this whole thing, and then what this is doing down here. So let me open up this over here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If I go to my GitHub and we take a look at my color schemes here, this guy brought to my attention this thing not working properly for him. Now I think his problem is that he has the GUI BG set to light yellow, and that's why everything is showing up light yellow instead of what he wants. But he did show me that this was a thing, and then I found that thing and I'm interested in getting it set up. So he just needs to fix that and then he'll be fine. Let's see, so let's get started. First, we're going to go inside here and we are going to just open this up and take a look in LSP. So for LSP, I already have bash set up. Basically, I have a few of these things set up. A lot of them you just need to, like, it's dirt simple. Like, you just have to install the language server with npm, and then you just have to run like require lsp config bash ls, whatever your language ls. Let's see. So what we're going to be doing is either general, but there's another. Okay, we have it in init.lua, just some things that we set up. Like, this is all just these are signs. So like, for instance, if I go like this, see how like there's an X? That's what this is. Same with like that warning sign. I don't like this I, and I will most likely change it. And I think I want to change this. I want a different I. I might just leave the wrench as it is. Now these are just commands like go to definition and stuff. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set this up here. We're just going to take this whole thing, and now there's going to be some trouble because I already have Pyrite and stuff set up. Now that's probably fine, but what this whole thing, and also I got to get rid of all this, all these mappings. Although I could just take these, right? And then, I think I'll leave them up there for now. This is better though. This is definitely a better way of doing it. So these are all like the mappings, like you'll press like GD and go to definition and stuff like that. Let's kind of go line by line of what's happening here. So this thing here is we're just requiring the lsp config module. Then we're saying on attach, run this function. So on attach is a function, and then we pass this function to a language server. So it's just like a I forget what you call it. But basically, like if you just like a callback function, that's what it is. So you just pass this callback function to a particular language server on attach. See how it says like on attach? So you have a setup function for all the language servers. And then on attach is equal to, and we just named it on attach. We could have called it whatever the hell we wanted. And so then it'll run that callback function and set all this shit up. Actually, we're going to leave the mappings outside. I also have some formatting here, which we'll get into in the future. This is auto formatting. I don't want to set up auto formatting until I have a way to enable auto formatting and disable auto formatting. So we're going to leave that out. Now let's get rid of these mappings because I don't want them. And this is also interesting. So it says like if you have formatting, then this will do formatting, and if you don't, then it won't. I think that's what this is doing. Set some keybinds based on blah blah blah, right? Yeah. So client resolve capabilities document formatting, and then this one is document range formatting. Yeah. So I'm not going to care about that. We're just going to always leave it and just throw an error, I guess, if we don't have it. Now, what I'm interested in is this client.resolved capabilities document highlight. I don't want light yellow, but we'll leave light yellow for now to see if, just to see if it works. It's, pretty stark. And what I'm going to do is we're going to leave TSS server here. And I don't use Rust, so we can probably just get rid of this. And Pyrite I have set up. Let's just start with, I feel like I saw someone do this with Bash before. I think Bash does document highlighting. We'll leave Pyrite too. Why not? Because Pyrite, you don't do anything special with Pyrite. In the future, what I think I'd like to do is have this just be like a global on attach and just export it from here. And then pass the global on attach, like everybody gets this that can get it. And then, set it up that way. What's this omnifunc thing? I don't know what this does, so I'm going to get rid of that. These are not used, so we're going to get rid of these too. I guess basically all we really want to do is set up this here. Line with a post space. And this is probably used by something. See if there's anything in chat here. Let's see. Use Flutter for Godot game engine a lot. I found something pretty interesting someone put in my Discord, which is Go Neovim, and it's not fully set up yet. Like for me, you can see like there's still some cutoff of like the icons there, but it's pretty snappy. Like it's really fast and it looks good. And then also you can get like a mini map type deal over on the side. Now that's really small. I would like that to be bigger, like scale with my font. But it's like an interesting project. Anyway. So we're going to pass this into Pyrite and TSS server, and we're going to set them up here, and this will happen automatically because it's in my init.lua, and I'm including LSP. This LSP package in my main init.lua. So let's go into, we're gonna go here to Python, and we're gonna do that, and then eventually we're gonna keep these files, and we're just gonna like export that from init.lua. And then we have, I just have this as JS TSLS, so it's like JavaScript TypeScript language server. I might just rename it to TSS.NV, like I don't know. I might rename it to something. I don't know what. But anyway, we already have that set up, and we have it set up with the highlighting now. Or at least we should. So what I'm going to do is open up a whole new thing here, and we're going to open this up and see if we get anything. Yeah, I don't see... Oh, here we go. It doesn't do it here. Oh, no, it does, but it takes some time. And why does it do layout when I'm trying to do header? Whatever, that was probably a bug. Okay, now it's pretty fast. Alright. Neat. Yeah, look at that. I wonder if it does div. Yeah, it even does div. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna I wonder how many people like have set that up. Or just like set up all the regular stuff. So this is a pretty cool, this whole on-attached callback function thing is really neat. You have to go to something like TSS server. Probably. And like see what they support. I don't know if this is a good instance, but like I was looking through the Bash LS one and said it supported document highlighting. All right, so let's do that. Let's first of all change it to something that's not a hideous light yellow, since now we like it. I don't know if I should change it from like, because I can change it to the color that is my highlight guy here, or I can change it to like a different gray. What I might do is change it to just a totally different gray. Let's go see what VS Code does. So, repos, blog, yes, code, dot. Over here. And we'll leave that there for now. Now, okay, what we can do is first of all make this text a hell of a lot bigger so we don't mess anything up. And then what we'll do is these should work, yeah. UA, get rid of that. Now what I'll do is like, okay, so that does blue. I wonder like if it's different per thing. Yeah, that's like gray. That's gray, gray. That does blue. We're just gonna go with the gray. Should we go with the gray or the blue? I'm gonna go with gray. So what we'll do is color picker, and then we'll go like this. All right, and we got 46464646. So we'll do hashtag 464646. 46466. All right, and there we go. Now, if I go back over here, and you probably just have to wait for the language server to like really kick in. See, like it's not on yet, and now it's on. And see, there you go. Now it's kind of like at first, I guess it takes a minute, but once it gets going, it's pretty good. Look at that. So like you can see the data. I really like this div thing. So that's really useful to me. This is something I tried to set up with Matchit before, but Matchit kind of messed up. And I also like how the color is different than my highlighted cursor line here. So yeah, that's pretty neat. If someone didn't know how to do that, there you go. Now we're going to set that up for every single language that basically supports it. Now what I want to do instead, let's see, some chat. Which B? I don't know what which B is. Which area do you work with Java? Like what do I do with Java? I'm a backend developer. I do like IoT at Comcast. It is pathetic how many times I tried switching to Nvim from VS Code and always got stuck on my config. Yeah, that's why I like last time when I did my config, I did all those videos, and then I got it the way that I liked it, and then that was it. That was the end of that. And then now I'm just redoing it in one big go, and I figured I would live stream it this time around, just so people could kind of see a lot of like the dirty work that it takes instead of just seeing like the videos where I make it look like extremely easy. If you would have seen how much pain it took just to get wow, that was good. Panic. Huh, wow. Well, that crashed everything. Interesting. Anyway, but if you would have seen how much pain it took to like get commenting working in React. Oh man, I even cut that out of the stream. So now we have Pyrite TSS server. The question is, all right, I don't want to do this for loop thing here. I want to export this. I want to export this on attach as a global on attach. Do I want it to be before everything? Like, do I want to see this? No, I'm going to do it at the bottom. And I don't want everything to be too cluttered up. By the way, I already have formatting working for Lua. So that was just formatting right there. So now, let's first, it'd be cool if Lua worked too. So that's another reason we're going to want to do this, because this thing, what it's doing is it's saying like, okay, here's your local servers. This is a table, which is basically just an array. And then it's saying like, okay, for underscore, and you put this underscore here when you don't want to use it. That's like a convention in for loops. And then the other thing they give you is, so it looks like we have key val pairs that they give you. Maybe that's because I think with tables it'll return the index as well as the thing. So this is probably like 1 and then 2, and then 1 is Pyrite and 2 is TSS server. And then like in pairs servers, because this is servers, right? And then do nvim LSP setup, where this LSP, they're just passing in one of these guys, right? And then just running the onAttach function. Now this is cool, but we don't want to do that because we're going to probably want to do other different configurations. Let's see. I think I have... Now, I'm not the world's best Lua programmer, and I barely know any Lua, to be quite honest, but I'm learning. So what we're going to do is I already have a utils thing where what I do is at the top here, I say, okay, local MV utils, I make it a table, and then at the bottom, I just return it. So I think what I might be able to do, because, and then in Vim script, I guess I can get it out in Vim script. Not that I'm going to use Vim script for this. And then you can just require it here. Right? So let's give that a shot. Let's try returning from init.lua here. We're going to try returning, and we're going to call this thing, instead of onAttach, we're going to call it common onAttach. So this is going to be common to all language servers. I don't know if you can do 2 callbacks. I don't know if you can do 2. I guess it doesn't matter. And then we're just going to return comment and onAttach, like that. We'll give that a shot. And then let's come back to this here. Let's do this. And then what we'll do is come down here on attach is equal to, and then we'll have to do let's try this. Require. I don't even know if you have to do all that extra nonsense. Require am I just calling this? It might just be LSP, and then dot onAttach. Did I call it onAttach common, or I thought I called it common onAttach. Common onAttach. This is not going to work, in my opinion. All right, let's give that a shot. Yeah. Already an error. Good. Attempt to index a function value. Okay. Let's see if chat has anything. Is that my... Oh, no. I've recently... Let's start from there. Did you get that comment plugin working? Yes, I did. I did get that working. You can check the FT plugin section of my config, and you can see how I fixed it. It was kind of a nightmare. He's wondering if that's his real name, nickname. How long have you been programming for? Maybe 6 years. What resources did you use to learn? To learn Neovim? Just the documentation that's on like plugins and stuff like that, and then like Vim Tutor. What's the first language I learned? First language I learned? I don't know. Actually, I think it was Visual Basic. And then C++, and then Java and Python, and now Lua. I know JavaScript and React. I know other languages. Bash, obviously. I know other languages. I probably just can't think of it. I'm not telling you what my keyboard is. And Ed, Ed, and Eddie was a great show. Alright, so that didn't work. That didn't work. The reason it didn't work is, well, it told me earlier. Let's go look at what it was attempting to do before here. OnAttach equals OnAttach. Yep. That's what I thought I had. What don't I have? Okay. Let's just go learn how to export function from Lua. Yes. Is this helpful? I don't think it is. Actually, yeah, so let's see. So actually, this is a function. So what we want to do is say local common OnAttach is equal to, and then we'll do like that. And then, yeah, because that's how I did it differently. And then now the way that I was doing the function here was I was saying, okay, function, the name of the thing, which I don't think even matters. I guess this is like an anonymous. No, it's not anonymous. Well, is it? I don't know. And then maybe we'll just call it LSP config. And then what we'll do is, how we did this function was we did, but then can I pass it around though? Like I kind of want to, I guess we'll find out. Let's comment that out. And then we'll do function lsp config dot, and then we'll try, we're going to call it common OnAttach, and then we'll do client and buff number. Now this function now belongs to this table, and then now if we do lsp config as the return value, and then now if we come back over here and we do lsp, that might work. If it doesn't, we're just gonna do it the other way. Okay, it's not complaining. It's not complaining. That's a good first step. Let's see if it works though. It does work, I think. Yep. See, I'm a Lua expert. It's like I've been writing Lua for years. Someone's probably looking at that Lua code and like, wow, man, that's really shit. Yep. Visual Basic, I'm telling you, I used to drag around like little like boxes and things. I don't know. I was like programming like interfaces for like hotels. That's what my class was, and I hated programming at that moment. Then I learned C++, and I loved C++. I never write C++ anymore. I like suck at C++ now. I did a ton of C and a ton of C++ all through computer engineering, and now I never write it. I just write Java, and Java is like, oh, dude, just maybe the worst. Looked into Visual Basic code. Looks so much harder than Python. Just learn Python. Don't learn Visual. Nobody here should be learning Visual Basic. Why a lot of people learn Visual Basic first instead of Python? I don't know, because I went to community college. Is there a way to implement Sass support for TreeSitter? I don't know. You'd have to ask TreeSitter devs. My first pick after these languages was pure C#. C#'s a great language. I don't like being locked into the ecosystem, but yeah, no. I've been talking to people on the server, and I was talking to Kyle on the server, and he's. I have to write Java every day. I would much rather be writing C# every single day. My first was Visual Basic in college. Yup. Might ask why you're building a config based on Lua, because Lua is built in now. It's kind of like eLisp is to Emacs, Lua is to Neovim. I mean, that's kind of simplifying it, but that's basically it. Yeah, Vim language is very limited. What languages am I going to configure? I'm going to be doing Python, Bash, TSS server. We're going to be doing ESLint, Prettier. We're going to be trying to get to all this today. I'm going to be looking for a formatter for Python, maybe Black or Yapif, maybe AutoPep 8. Maybe I'll give the option somehow. We already did Lua, and I have Java set up. Let me go see if Java still works. Let's jump over here, banish VS Code, and let's go into, I think I had some other Java code. I've been mainly just using this Spring Boot intro from when I first learned Spring Boot. Now if we go into Java, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It should say something at the bottom. There you go. Starting on the Java language server. And now we have Java support. And it's good Java support too, man. Like, you know. Setting this one up is a little bit different than setting the other ones up. But it's great. And I even got Lombok working. So you can see data here with Lombok, which is kind of a pain, but if anyone's interested, I will show you how to do it. Now, formatting though, LF. I don't think I have any formatting. Let's check. Let's go over here, and we'll move that out there, and we'll do space LF. Oh, I do have formatting. Look at that. Look, see, it comes out of the box with formatting, man. Cannot beat it. Now, I'd like to be able to configure that formatting, but it's definitely legit. Look at that. See, Neovim's getting pretty powerful, man. Implemented Emmet? No, I have a whole section in my to-do list about figuring out snippets. Really enjoying the new Lua stuff, and Nvim managed to write my first ever plugin. Link your plugin and I'll check it out. Alright, so we got that working. Do we need this? What the hell do I need this for? Why did I bring it in? I don't think I did. That was that. This is this. This is interesting code, though. Because reasons, but I don't need it right now. So now we can bring in a common set of onAttach. Now the question is, can I pass two onAttaches to everything, or am I gonna, like, how painful is that gonna be? You know what I mean? And we want to look here for that. I think I'm sure you can't pass two keys with onAttach, right? So, like, what if I want? Is there even a scenario where I wouldn't want to do this? Because I have an if there, but the question is, like, do I want to pass some, like, specific onAttach to something else? Get this water bottle. Okay. All right. What is all this bullshit? Whatever. We're gonna go with this for a while until it fails us. So now we have that working there. Let's see if also Bash supports it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this thing, which I want to rename, but I will not do that right now. Do this, LF, look at that. See? We got our formatting. And now what I'm gonna do is go to Bash. Oh. Boom. LF, boom. So we're gonna give it the common onAttach. And now what I'm gonna do is I have a big Bash script that is the install script for this for NV code, right? Is what I'm calling it. It does not work yet. Like, very good. There's lots of issues on my GitHub. I will address them when I can, but I'm only one person. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I'm still using my regular nvim directory, so I'm not using the other one yet. So if we go into utils and we go into installer, and then I open up this guy. Cool. See? It supports it. See, like, if I do that, you can see that it highlights that, which is really helpful. I wonder if, does this? No. Okay. I was kind of thinking with that other thing. What you can do is always just do star, and then you can, like, jump around between those things. So if you just put, like, I think also hashtag works, yeah. Like, hashtag will jump you around between things, and star. So if, like, I wanted to get that really fast, you could just shift 8 or shift 3. And I forget what the difference is between the two. I'm sure someone in the comment section will berate me and explain that to me. Yes, my font is JetBrains Mono. Happy programmer is what I like to see. I like when I'm a happy programmer. I'm usually not. Great. Looking forward to following along with you when it's done. Yeah, it could take a little bit of time. I'm thinking by the end of this week or next week, it should be pretty stable. Hi, Chris. I tried your dots and I got errors. I'm still B. Yes. There's going to be errors in the beginning. I'm just working on all this stuff. Neovim 0.5 is coming out on April 18th, apparently. They pushed it back. So it is what it is. When I search up Neovim, it still says the latest release is blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's not out yet. It's not out yet. It got moved back. You can check the milestones. You want to find out? What you can do is you can go to Neovim. No. This. Issues. Milestones. This. So now it's coming out April 18th. This was updated 2 days ago. You can click here. You can see what's left. This is what apparently needs to happen before it can be done. and then also whatever's seg faulting for me earlier in the stream. Now, we have bash working. Let's go test out. What the hell is that? Okay, good. Why did it even do that, though? I don't want to know. So now what we're going to do is, okay, like here's one. Here's one. Lua, which is the one that I'm using right now. So if I do on attach, let's go get that string. I don't even need to do this. I could just go like this until I find it. Let's clean some of this shit up. BD. There we go. And we're just gonna grab this guy here, and then we're gonna go here and do on underscore. Wait, no, I think I already have it all. Yeah. And now what we need is a comma. Now, I need to save this. All right, let's open everything back up. Where were we? We were in here. We were in the Sumneko one, which is the Lua one. Now, it does work. Like if I go on root path here, you can see where it's defined everywhere. I can press star, jump through them all. You know what though? You know what I kind of hate? I kind of hate that my search is yellow. I know it's like the regular one for all of them, but I kind of want to make it like blue or something. I might do that in the future. Get rid of the highlight. All right, so that works. We're going to just pass this to as much things as we can. Will Java take it from me? Now, this one has a different thing. This one has start or attach, and I don't really understand that. Does Java already do this, I guess is a good question. Let me see if there's anything here. It does not seem that Java already does this. So let's go and pass this in. What did I just pasted a nothing? Okay. So let's go to the Lua server, grab that, come back over here, paste this, save, jump over here, open it back up. All right, and I don't think we'll see much in there. Let's check out this here. It's not throwing an error, which is good news. That's a little weird that it's highlighting data. Now, that's not that weird because, I mean, it's weird enough, though. Like, why would course not be highlighted and data be highlighted? Because data kind of like is the stuff, it's not that weird. Because data, you have to remember, is holding a constructor inside of it, and it's holding all of the objects inside of it. So that's not that weird. It's not ideal. That's good. That's good. We could see. Okay. Is it highlighting that? It's not highlighting that. Right? I think I would have rather it done that. Not perfect, but let's see if we can do topic ID. It can do topic ID. Not bad, though. Let's go and see if it can do ID. I guess it's block scoped in this case, which is fair. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Isn't blue less readable? I don't know, man. Maybe we'll have to see. And then the underline lets me know that I have some other special stuff I can do with this thing called matchup. So yeah, anyway, matchup kind of lets you know that things are a part of things too. I'll probably leave matchup at least for now. So that works, that works, that works. I guess we could try and pass it to JSON too. So let's just go copy it from Lua. Looks like we can really pass this to everything so far. We're not going to pass it to this, because this is what we're going to do for basically any weird language you can put in here and formatters. YAML. I have a nothing line in my register. Yeah, we're going to need to do pyrite too. I don't think I have... I do have a YAML file lying around. And that's for Alacrity. So now that I have that set up, question is, do I have the YAML language server though right now? EM I flag G YAML ls. Is it? That does not look good. YAML -ls. Okay, maybe I don't know what the hell it's called. YAML language server. Language server. May not have had. Why does this look so terrible? What happened? There we go. I'm gonna blame that on Vim. That's big disappoint. I guess it just probably doesn't support it, like the actual language server. So we're just gonna comment that out for now. And then, you know what? In the future, if we do need it, we could just pass that around. What we could actually do in the future, if we want to have custom on attaches for specific languages, what we'll do is we will abstract this piece into its own function, and then pass that into particular on attaches inside of things. That way we don't have to copy and paste it all over the place. And then we'll just export this from this as well. Depends if we want to have lots of common. We'll leave a common on attach. We'll export a common on attach from here that consumes this as a function, and then we'll also export that function itself so that we can use it piece by piece or just in a common one. I think that's how we'll go about factoring that. Yeah, we already got that there. We got to do Python. Need this. Probably don't even have it in the register anymore. Let's go get it. I know I could just get it out of the register, but or maybe in one of them. I could probably even see. Yeah, it's in there, but I'm lazy. So now let's check out Python, but first we're gonna save this here. See if there's anything in chat. Could you put overlay showing what keys you're pressing? Kind of gets in the way. I could show you, but I don't think I can like move it around. And then it's like, I think it. Did I just do it? Yeah. So, oh, that's nice. So like it's right there, and then like when I go to put a function in, like people can't see what the function I'm doing is. So, all right. Anyway, we'll get rid of that. Let's just leave a terminal open here, and then what we'll do is check out a Python file. So good thing I use a good amount of languages pretty often. What's a good one? We'll do, I think I have stuff in deep speech when I was working on that stuff. There's got to be a Python file in here somewhere. Is this a simple one? This is. Really? It doesn't work in here? Oh yeah, it does work in here. Okay, it works. So that's pretty much all of those. So there's a couple other ones I want to set up. So let's go over to the LSP config. So now that I set that up, and that's something I wanted to start this with, I hope that helps that guy in my issues. Maybe he'll watch this stream at some point and he can understand what's going on there. But when I saw that, I was like, wait, why am I not even using this? And he said like he didn't know what it did. And I was pretty sure I could figure it out with my newfound Lua skills here. Here we go. Right. Okay, so there are other things here. Whether to automatically start a language server when matching a file type is detected. Defaults to true. Maybe, okay, we have setup. This is start or attach. I don't know what other ones it has. That's why I have this one under a auto command to only trigger on Java files. What else is in here? File types. Yeah, I think servers specify a default value implicitly. Like you don't see like the Python one starting up. Like if I go like this, li, and we see here, the only ones we have active are the EFM, which is general for formatting, and Sumneco Lua. So you don't see like Python starting up. Okay, and then there's that. I think the interesting ones are settings and on attach. And maybe some of the log stuff if you were trying to debug a language server. But really, settings and on attach are the only ones that us normal people care about. Us normal people, as if anyone else is configuring this thing. But me right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go to, he has in this link of config.md. Now we can go through and we can set up a few here. There's a few more I want to set up. I want HTML. I want is this small? I feel like this is small. Is that better? We'll do 200%. Is 200% too big maybe? Yeah, we'll do 170%. I want GraphQL, HTML. Don't use Python language server or Python language server MS. Don't use any of that junk. Just use Pyrite. And if you want to do another one for like Flake or something like that, you got to use EFM or EMF. Yeah, EFM. Some people told me to use Roam instead of TSS server, but I haven't gotten around to it. Roam will do a bunch of different things, I think. I think it'll do like HTML and CSS as well. Solargraph is for Ruby, I think. I've written very little Ruby in my life. SQL, I rarely do anything with SQL. Terraform I need to set up. I use that at work. And we want Vim. So let's start with Vim, because it's a nice easy one here. So we're going to jump over here. We're going to come over here. We're going to add vim-ls.lua. Okay. And let's see. What we're going to do is, here's some other things. is keyword? I don't know what the hell this shit is. I think this is all default. Yeah, this is all default. So we're just, what is VLS? V, the language V, the V language. Who writes in V language? All right, we want that. And then what I usually do is I take this and I put it as a comment on top so that people can figure that out easier. And also if I need to go reinstall something since I don't have any scripts set up yet. For that, I'll probably get into that later with LSP install. Now we got that. All right. And now we should have Vim stuff going. We're going to do the onAttach thing though. So let's get this and let's come back to Vim and then boom. We'll just format it, I guess, like that. And now what we'll do is we'll just save and quit everything and open up a Vim file here. I have a couple still in Vim script. We'll check out the which key one. Might take a second to start up maybe, or does it not work? I think this is another one where it's not gonna work. But I should get like things like, oh, wait a second. We need to bring it in. Vim-ls. And I like being able to specify that there because there's times when maybe you want to turn something off. Nvim. Let's just do nvim. That way I can just do this. And then no remap. See, now I get this LSP. It even, see, sometimes it gives me this little signature guy and sometimes it doesn't. Right? Is it going to give me the onAttach stuff? I don't. Oh, yeah, it does. It does for some things. This, it won't, I guess. Or maybe it just doesn't see any others like that. If I do nn, no remap and go like this. No, it doesn't do keywords. What it does is it'll do variables, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Because why would I want it to do auto command? Like, who cares? Because they're keywords. Like, I wouldn't want it to do that, but maybe I do want it to do this, maybe? I don't know. What about these? No, but it will do these, which is cool. Kind of makes Illuminate somewhat irrelevant, which is good. Because that thing I feel like highlighted too much. And this is the right amount. If it's too much, yeah. I want to learn Lua. Can you suggest where do I start, video playlist or channel? I always recommend if you're gonna be learning a language, like have a reason to learn it. Like the only reason I'm learning Lua, the only reason is so that I can do my Neovim config. If you want to learn it, you'll find that you'll just kind of, when you're working on a project, you'll just kind of learn it. Like when you have a purpose to do something, like I needed to export a function a minute ago and I needed to figure out how to do that. And now I know how to do that because I needed to do it. And it's stuck in my head because I'll probably need to do that again in my life. So my brain probably thought and was like, you're going to use this again. So let's, you know, keep this connection up here. So first, think of a cool project. Then just use literally any Lua tutorial ever. And you'll be fine. Bruh, does anyone know the HTML code for inserting videos into your HTML Notepad++ code? Because I'm in class at the moment. I don't know what the code is. Get out of here. It's probably an iframe or something. Have you tried Jedi with native LSP? No. I like Pyrite. What does Jedi get me? You can try and sell me on Jedi. Lua's indexing starts at 1 and a cry face. Yeah, it does. But guess what? I used to write a shit ton of MATLAB back in the day. So I'm very used to indexing starting at 1. And I hate MATLAB though, but it is what it is. I hate a lot of languages I was forced to program in throughout my life. Most of the programming I've done in my life is with languages that I hate. Like in the beginning, Visual Basic. Then all through my college degree was like MATLAB. I got to do C and C++, which was nice, but still mostly MATLAB. And then Now Java. I never can like enjoy writing code for my like livelihood, I guess. No one wants to give me like a job. Like, then again, I don't really try to get new jobs, but no one wants to like, you know, I guess just I don't stumble upon like a cool like JavaScript job, or Python or Go would be nice. Rust even though I haven't done anything with Rust. Groovy, I do use Groovy. Is it a pain in the ass? It looks like a pain in the ass, so nope. Don't like it that much. I don't know what bean count is. CCLS and Clang D. It's probably some between those two. I just don't write much C or C++ anymore. Might as well do CSS because I do use this sometimes. Oh, we can just get the VS Code one. That's cool. Don't I have this up somewhere? Anything? All right. We'll go into here. LSP, add css-ls.lua. See how easy it is to set these up though, for the most part? Like if you don't want to do any of the crazy stuff, like it's not hard. We'll jump over here. And then we want to pass our on attach. All right. We're just going to believe that that one works, and we're just going to keep it rolling. So Dart, I think, is another one that's a little bit difficult. Dino. Dino was supposed to kill Node, and everyone cared about Dino a whole lot for like a month. Now I haven't heard anyone say anything about Dino. Terraform LS, I have to install one of these things. Nah, I'll pass. At least not here. At work I might have to do that. What's the difference between SQLS and SQLS? SQLLS and SQLS. I don't care. I don't really write a lot of SQL. So what else do we want? We want HTML, right? We have Vim. I don't write any Vue. Is Vue easy? Vue is easy. Oh, look, there's Emmet in here too. Vitor auto import is false? Why? Does TSS server have anything for that? Like a section for that? Fine. TSS server. What? Okay, you clearly. Oh, that's because I'm using this Vim thing. I bet if I do this, TSS server. Here we go. Okay, it looks for those things. These are the file types. I guess that's all it does. Fair enough. What the hell was I just doing? HTML. I need HTML. Let's save this. Get rid of this. We're just going to use the one that's on the other thing. Let's go to 3 here, where this is Java. We no longer care. I'll read some comments if there's new ones. Native LSP, yeah, so not yet. What do you recommend to learn the Linux world well? What books do I recommend? I've read 0 books on Linux. I recommend watching YouTubers with cool setups that inspire you to want to rice your system, and then install Arch Linux from scratch or Gentoo, and then do it 5 or 10 more times. And after about the 5th time, you'll like just know a bunch of random Linux shit. Especially if you have a job where you have to work with Linux servers. That will also do it. Config for C++ took me some time. It kept giving me errors that didn't exist. Errors that didn't exist as in iostream.h not found when you did include it. Yeah, that sounds like a pain in the ass. I'm wondering like why I couldn't find that though, because that's weird. What did you use for the config? Mern stack dev for 3 years. Used Neovim for 1.5 years. Love it. Ditched COC for native LSP. Native LSP not quite working well yet. Formatting and auto importing 80% of the time don't work. I would say that auto importing, yeah, I'm having troubles with that with Compy. CCLS, yeah. I'm having trouble with that with Compy. I haven't done anything with formatting yet. I'm about to do that with the EFM server. Sorry for my ignorance. I'm new here, but what's the purpose of this? What are you doing for us mortals? I'm a mortal too. So basically what I'm working on is my Neovim stuff here so that hopefully I can, when I'm done with this, I'm mostly done with this by the end of this week or maybe next week. What I'm hoping is that someone will be able to go to my Git repo and then take all of my hard-earned knowledge and make it easier for them to use Neovim, or maybe like an aspiring plugin developer to, you know, create something or something like that, because I really like using Vim. Like I like using it at work. I like writing in it. I like writing code in it, and it's painful to watch people now that, like, if you know Vim, it's painful to watch people like just like point and click around in their text editor. You know what I mean? I'm not even the best at Vim. Like I need to get better just at regular Vim motions and all that kind of stuff. But like I'm all right. I'm not terrible, but like it's just pointing and clicking is not enough. Now, but the other problem I have is that I also do like all of the features that VS Code gives me. So yeah. And then another thing is I don't really want to support VS Code, right? Like I don't want an editor that's like constantly collecting information on me and shit and like pinging home to Bill Gates, you know? So I don't even think he runs Microsoft anymore, but even still, you understand, like, who wants to use that big thing that like a giant company does and all that stuff when you could just use an open source editor that's on everything pretty much, and then you can use it also to write your own code, and then you can keep it on your GitHub. And all of the extras are built by community members who are like, doing it because they want to, not because they're paid by the machine that is Microsoft. And then, it's just lots of reasons, right? You had to explicitly define every resource I had to use? That's interesting. I've never set it up. Maybe I'll try and do some C++ stuff in the future. I need a reason to do C++ though, right? Like I'm not just going to like all of the best things, all of the best systems and things like that have been written in C++ like already exist. Like I can't think of anything I'm going to create in C++ that people are really going to want to use. At least from scratch. Maybe I could go find like a repo that is already doing something. Like I think Neovim, a lot of it's done in C++. This one's for LaTeX. Might do that in the future. Svelte, that's a new one. I don't know if you guys can hear that car horn going off. I'm assuming Kotlin is painful. I'm assuming Go is at least somewhat painful. Let's get GraphQL. I use this every now and then. I use GraphQL for my blog to index all of my notes and like pull stuff out of Markdown. Like GraphQL is really powerful and really cool. Dude, that horn. You're gonna have to deal with that. But only for so long. If that thing goes off for another 10 minutes, I'm gonna go scream at my neighbor. Alright, because now I can't even think. Alright, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Let's see. Graphql-ls.lua. That's a nightmare. Can you guys hear that horn? Alright, now what we want is to grab this. Come down here. Thank you. Oh, no. No. Alright, we got this. We're going to need to define these though. So we have the Vim LS one. We have now GraphQL and CSS. So let's go down there and do GraphQL and CSS in init.lua. So we want GraphQL-ls and then also CSS-ls. Alright. Now, what we'll do next. Jeez. What is that? Alright. That's painful. So now we have that. The last one that I'm going to do right now is going to be HTML. Because I don't really use any of these other languages except for EFM. EFM isn't a language, but it's like a general purpose language server that can be used for all different kinds of stuff. And we're mostly going to use it for formatters. Although there is a formatter plugin that's out there, but I feel like I'd rather just use what I already have here. So, oh, Docker LS too. We're going to want to do Docker LS because I do use Docker pretty often. So let's get that. You guys can hear that? Yeah, that's awesome. Should I go back to COC for the meantime, or will it be fixed soon? And this is in reference to this. I don't know if it'll be fixed soon. I don't know. I'm not a dev on... The auto importing is from Compy as far as I know. And thank God that's done. Formatting shouldn't be hard. I feel like I'll have formatting fixed by the end of this stream for maybe prettier ESLint. Should I go back to COC in the meantime? If you need to, yeah. I mean, I keep a stable branch with COC. I never use it anymore, but I just keep it there just in case, you know. We're going to do... What the hell? What's going on? Okay. A docker ls dot... So I just recommend keeping both, you know. And then moving over to this when you're... Dude. It started again. That guy's a bad person. So let's do Docker, and then now let's do, we're going to want this at the top. And then we want this here. And now when we write Docker files, we'll hopefully have some support. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is pass it like all the other things. We're going to give it this on attach, my comment on attach for now. And then we'll do that, LF format, there we go. And we have that. The last one is going to be HTML, I think. HTML-ls.lua. I'm about to just mute my mic, but then like, if someone like comes back here, mistype the GraphQL file. Okay, I'll check that. But if someone comes in to like listen to this stream in the future, they're gonna be like, all right, I really want to figure out how to do like setting up the LSP configs and all this stuff, and then they're gonna have to like listen to all of that horn the entire time. Oh man, you think I mistyped it? GraphQL-ls? No, I don't think so. I think that's right. I think that's right. Now, what we're gonna do, it's gonna drive someone insane. I know it's driving me insane. All right, hold up, 1 second. Literally, as I'm about to get up, it stops. Literally, as I'm about to go out there and pick that car up and throw it, it stops. So I guess he's lucky. Did I already make the HTML one? Yeah. Okay. Search over here for HTML. Boom. Where did this go? Pattern, what do you mean pattern not found? HTML. HTML. You just found it. N. Oh, it's got all these. Great. Okay, here we go. Now, I think some of these support snippets, but I don't know. Okay, paste that, comment it out. Wait a second. Why? There we go. Tree sitter was just having a moment, I guess. What the hell is this? Local capabilities, completion, snippets. Yeah, look at that. It's got snippet support. That'll be nice. Just have basic snippet support. Like if I do like HTML5 or something like that. I'm going to test that out in a second. Now what we want to do is on attach. Why is the spacing 2? Should my spacing be 2 in Lua? I like 4. On attach equals. No, we're gonna just copy it. We're not gonna type. We don't like to type. That. There you go. Yes. So that should be good. Now what we're gonna do is pull it in down here. There we go. HTML-ls. All right. That's good. That's a good lineup here of languages that I use pretty often. This doesn't include Java though, because Java's in its own special auto command, because Java has to do everything special. It can't ever just be like everybody else and just fit in. What was I going to test? Oh yeah, thing.html. You know what? I guess you were right. I guess I did type that wrong. How did I read it twice and still saw it as wrong? GraphQL-ls. GraphQL. There we go. Thing.html. Now if I do, what is it, like, hey, I should be getting something. Div. I have to save first. Why would I not get anything? Did I bring it in? I think I did. Yes. This is saved, right? Yep. and I installed this. Right? I think I did. Really? Let's try one of our other guys. Nvim.thing.css. It might be for another reason. Yeah, like this works, right? Like border should do something, I guess, or body, block quote, yeah. It's got some of this WebKit junk. Affected, yeah. Then like padding, yeah. See, this is good. It even has the thing. I wonder, it'd be nice to, if I do like padding and then like one, yeah, look at that. That's good. And then with colorizer, you could do something like background, and then you could do something like, and you could see your color, right? And then with Neovim or Vim, you can do Control A and like send it up. Alright, or Control X, and then bring it down. Now, how come this isn't working in HTML? Maybe someone saw something. Yep, you're right about that. There's a typo in my file name again? Really? HTML-ls. Then how is it? Nuh-uh, not this time. HTML-ls. HTML-ls. Nah, I think it's right. You know what though? We can check this by doing L and then I. Clients attached to the buffer. HTML. It's here. So then how come I don't get anything? Oh. See, I was expecting I could do things like start typing div and it would find it. But this one is going to be like that. Okay. But what about snippets? I figured I would at least get some sort of snippet by typing like HTML, you know? If I do like HTML, it'll just give me the regular one. At least I get that. I don't see any snippets. Okay, so it does work. You just have to put the thing. But I guess the reason I started with this is because I was expecting snippets. Because it said it would have snippets. It lied. How many years did it take me to get proficient at all this? It depends. What do you mean proficient at? I've probably been using Vim for like 5 years. So there's definitely people who have been using Vim for a lot longer than I have. I think if you're just good at coding and you just learn how to code, like you could just kind of just drop yourself in anywhere and just, you know, figure it out. Or if you're just sufficiently motivated, you don't even need to be good at code. You just like, if you're just motivated to do something. I think that's all we're going to do for regular languages. Now, snippets, again, I'm just going to put this under my to-do. Like, I'm just going to count it under my to-do in the README. which is we have that working, so we can cross that off the list. Still don't know what really opt is for like where we're saving packages versus start versus opt. I don't like fully get that yet. Need a better install script, I know that. And then we have snippet support. So I obviously don't have snippets working for HTML yet. I don't know why. Reasons, I guess. It won't work for this one at least. I think the last things before this is like a proper IDE for people will be this formatting and then nvim dap. So actually, we're going to have to put nvim dap up here. I'll even put it before snippet support. People would definitely like to toggle the virtual text stuff. I'd like to configure NeoGit a little bit better and understand what the hell it's doing. I'd like my own mappings for NeoGit if possible. If I can't get them, then it is what it is. I'd like it if someone could figure out making a good logo for me. I need it to look real modern if someone could help me with that. There's been some good submissions already, but I'm going to leave it open for like a month. Look into auto install LSP. Yeah, so that's another one. Before I get started with the EFM server and like all that kind of good stuff, this is a thing that is here. If we go and look at, what are we looking at? The wiki. And if we look at installing language servers automatically, there's a few here. I don't want to use this one because I don't use Vim LSP. I don't know what this one is. And this is one that I like the concept of, but there's not enough development around it from this guy, Anot03. I wonder what else he does. Termlight and nvim LSP install. Like, there's not enough activity here. Oh, well, I'm not signed in. So I don't want to use this if it's not going to be maintained. It's got a few, it's got a good amount. So I'll swap over to that and just use his installs in the future. But I'm going to need way more support. Because I would love to just have LSP install in my config, and then someone could just come in, LSP install whatever the hell they want, and make use of all of the cool stuff that my config has. Thoughts on Neovim 2? It looks cool, but I have two issues with it, I guess. Like I said, it's not fully open source, which is fine. They're open sourcing things every 18 months. They open source the code. Now, I don't know. It looks cool. I don't want to pay for anything, though. Like, I don't even have to pay for VS Code. Why should I have to pay for that? I guess so he can build it. He doesn't have Microsoft backing him. I get that. But I don't think I'm going to need it. I'll definitely be binging through your Neovim playlist. Super interesting things you can do with it. I never thought of. Yeah, there's so much you can do with it. And I think with Lua and everything, it's if there was already a shit ton of stuff before, in the next like 2 or 3 years, what's going to happen when Lua... When you have init.lua and people figure out that you can do everything with Lua, it's going to really blow up. Also, EFM server, not entirely sure why, but it's closing. It's called probably you mean causing. Oh, closing Vim is becoming really slow. I've noticed that too. And then Anton is telling me I forgot that age. But yeah, I've noticed that EFM server actually is kind of slow. Let's go look on EFM servers. Thing Neovim EFM server. There should be issues. Multiple jobs. Slow exit with Neovim built-in LSP. I might steal your ESLint config here, bruh. What the hell is all this? I don't know this stuff that well. I don't know ESLint that well. It looks like if you can get the head. So let's try this. I already have it. Now let's gauge how fast. Like that took a minute to get out, right? Let's open up another Lua file. See how that hung for a couple seconds? If we go and get this. All right. Now, if we do EFM lang server, we should have checked the version before. Does it have version? Okay, it's just V. Yeah, see it says head. So we're going to be using the newest one. Let's open up this and then let's close it. All right, now it's fast. So there you go. That'll solve that. It's already solved. Let me recommend this in my README. Does that help? I hope that helps. EFM server is slow on close. I gotta set that up with auto pairs and like a thing. Install the latest. And hopefully someone can put that out there and get it out there. It looks like it's open because it maybe isn't merged into, I don't know, whatever. They're packaging with. Is that helpful? Let me see if that helped anyone. Hey, what's up, Jonas? James, what's up? Any working version of MV code to install right now? The master branch. Problem is, let me show you what the problem is with that. I'm calling it MV code so that I don't overwrite your Neovim config. You could install it. The problem is going to be this. I have a few paths that say nvim. So what I recommend doing is this. If you search through the project after you clone it down and you clone it into MV code, right? Do find files. Search text and look for nvim. This should only find. I wish this only found text and not like a bunch of other shit. This isn't super helpful, but if you look through it enough, you should see things like this. You're gonna want to change that to MV code. Someone's already got a PR out about it, but I haven't merged it because I just haven't gotten around to that. So maybe if you search for nvim slash and then like slash nvim, there you go. If you look for these, you'll see everywhere you're gonna need to change it. Some of them are for language servers here that are showing up for me. You don't have those. You're gonna need to install, if you want the Subneco one and you want Java, you're gonna have to install those yourself.